Greetings, one and all, from the White Mountains of Arizona. We are back again with another channeling video. It is a beautiful day here, just a light twinge of wind, but we thought that the weather is so nice we're going to come out and make a channeling video for you guys. We appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribes, especially. Tara's been stuck at 9 point whatever for a while. So if you guys are enjoying this, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the videos. We're going to do a walk-in chat after this where we talk about what we just channeled and other spiritual matters while we traipse through nature here in the White Mountains. So celebrities. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's resin. Oh, it's a big chunk of tree resin. It's from the pinyon pines around here. Oh, what a find. If you guys could smell that. It's beautiful. Anyway, we found a fire pit in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, Keanu Reeves, I'm not really sure what to think about the guy, basically. We all worship celebrities in our own little way, unfortunately, in this matrix we live in. So I was curious about Keanu Reeves. He makes movies, or helps make movies like The Matrix, which seem to help awaken people. But then he also makes movies like John Wick, which is, Cabal City. Just awful movies. They might be good artistically, but what's the message behind it? The energy behind it. So we're going to ask about this guy and see if we can get some answers. We don't want to pry too much into personal affairs. Just whatever we get. And that'll be that.
Okay.
Tara's ready. All right. Let me put down my resin. Are you connected to someone or something?
Yes.
What are we connected to here?
This feels like the ego of Keanu Reeves, but every time I was trying to envision what I know Keanu Reeves to look like, he kept showing himself really young, like a teenager. So his form is teenager.
So his ego is taking the form of a teenager.
Yes.
This is his 3D matrix programmed ego.
Yes.
Okay. My first question would be then, is it aware of its higher self?
Yes.
Oh. How intimately does he know his higher self?
He says that he's at least connected to, maybe can't see it, but he knows its voice and he knows that it's different from his ego. And he found this in his very early 20s, late teenager, early 20s.
Before his acting career?
Right at the same time.
Did one spark the other?
It wasn't a spark. He believes it was for his learning, which direction he was going to go. He says his ego led him to entertainment. He said he wasn't just in movies, he was in other things, but that was before fame.
Okay.
He was looking for himself.
Did he make an agreement with the Cabal?
He says he knew that his gut was telling him something was wrong. He said something felt off, but if all the people he'd ever looked up to seemed fine with it, they were older than him. So all the actors and actresses that he admired, all the singers, musicians, He figured if they can do it, I can do it.
That was make an agreement that he knew was wrong.
He says he didn't know about a cabal at the time. He thought it was just a contract, a stupid contract that people make. And that when you get enough money or enough fame, you can just get a lawyer and change that contract.
What
It
was it?
wasn't until later he realized contracts go beyond paper.
What was the nature of this contract?
He said on paper it looked like a normal contract. And there are people that want to make money off of you. He understood that. He understood that you had to start at the bottom. You had to allow people to use you until you finally make a name for yourself. There were many things that were unspoken that he didn't really know were part of that same contract. He thought if it was just spoken, whatever. They kept laughing. It was like a joke sometimes. I own you. You sold your soul to the devil, kid. Don't forget that we own you. He said, I thought people in the industry just make those kinds of remarks. They actually own me.
So he made a bunch of movies for the cabal, essentially.
Yes, he said he had his own reasons. They, of course, had theirs. And he still felt he naively thought that he could just break away from those people. I could be so famous that I don't need those people. Nobody owns me. I didn't know that even the most famous people were just puppets. I didn't know. I
Mm,
had this going differently in my mind.
right. But you had an awakening, but you just weren't awake enough.
I do take full responsibility. I should have listened. I had so many reasons for wanting to go into entertainment. Sure, it'd be fun, but also it's a way to, I thought, discover yourself through all these different emotions, situations, bouncing off other actors. You could find out who you truly were, what your purpose was. I thought maybe I'll make a little cash, maybe take my money to the beach, and I would finally know where I was and I could just chill.
So how does the Matrix fit into all this? The movie.
When I heard about this, I felt that it was in alignment with my beliefs. And it was synchronicity I felt. I was finally a name that was recognizable enough that I could be in a motion picture that could actually make a difference, not just some silly thing, not just another hot summer flick, but I could be in something that not only I could dive into more spiritually, I could help people, I could make new friends, And yes, I wanted to make money as well, but I don't want to be some Hugh Hefner. I want to help, and I also want to help myself.
Did you give away a lot of your money because you felt guilty about the contract you made and the work you did for the cabal?
I guess partially, but I want to get away from this. It's almost like the way one feels in a dark basement. That's the way it feels making a movie. There's something wrong about it, something secretive, something perverted about it, even the most light of movies. And I wanted to actually create art. Let's do something that isn't motivated by politics or motivated by just money. You know, if money's the problem, now I have money. Let's make something worthwhile. I I know that I'm not the greatest in film, but I do understand art and I do understand that these movies are a type of
Programming.
subliminal programming. I know this. This is why I want to have as much influence as possible. If I can personally influence it and I don't feel like I'm a bad person, I could do something. But call me naive.
Well, you did make a movie where a guy's dog gets killed, so you kill 200 people in revenge. How do you feel about that movie?
It's this is where things get extremely complicated.
Explain. We're listening.
It's me and it's not me. It's it's me. I'm not a clone. I am me. I am Keanu. But I feel like I'm in a haze. I can't even think for myself. I don't feel like me. Actually, I'm disgusted. I feel like I was doing something else and then I try to connect to my higher self. It's almost impossible. I meditate every day. I try. Something is very wrong. I
If you
don't know what's wrong.
if you were a clone, would they tell you?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Maybe your spirit has left and your ego remains in a clone. Do you remember the
I'm
movie
unsure.
Replicas?
Yes, I felt something was wrong well before that movie. Something is wrong. Even my body doesn't feel right.
Well, it was programming the future of humanity to be hooked up to AI, to lose their soul, and to go in fully into the ego. You were the main character in that movie promoting this ideology.
The me, the real me, those nature, man. I I went far away from technology as possible. I had to have a phone because, well, I need to be reachable. Otherwise, I would say send smoke signals. That's the real me.
I know.
I told you something is wrong.
Well, it's your contract you made with the cabal. You said it. They own you. You have no more control. Are they drugging you?
I don't know.
They could be secretly. What happened with your sister?
I have I have my thoughts on it. Mm, but I don't want to spark something that may not be true. They're just my thoughts. I don't really know for sure. I knew my sister was sick. And of course, I've read into many healing modalities. The body can heal itself, the illness stems from something. I've looked into many of these types of understandings, books, talk to people. It's the perks of my job. But something seemed not natural. Perhaps my sister not causing it herself. I thought somebody had done something to her. And I don't know. I'm not sure what I thought. I still feel guilty, like somehow it was my fault. She was most precious to me. I love my family dearly. And for a while, certain people in Hollywood, I won't mention names, they said that to play ball, sometimes they hurt the people that you love. And I thought, this is stupid. It can't make you sick. It can't come after people who are not a part of all this. It's just family. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that kind of reach. I don't know. I do know that I connect with her soul. I know she's fine, but I don't know.
You still have time on this earth. What's your plan to fight against this?
I don't feel I have much control over myself anymore. I try to be me. I can't. Everything feels fake, artificial. It's not me.
How long have you felt this way?
About 7 years.
Hmm. Isn't it that right around the time you made replicas?
I know I felt like this before that movie.
Oh.
So I feel like somebody who just goes to work, makes the money, comes home, goes to work, makes the money, comes home. I became a drone. I always made fun of the people who went to cubicles. I'm in a basic cubicle. It's like I'm screaming in my head and nobody can hear me.
Your higher self. You got to connect to it. Maybe we
I
can.
can't.
Maybe we can try and bring down information for his ego.
Mhm. It's like a shield. There's, it's like his shields around him. Nothing can get in.
Do they feel like his shields or some other shields?
When I look at him, he looks pretty scary.
So it's part of the contract he signed.
I don't know.
He's their property. All right. You got some water to your left, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of sad and depressing.
Yeah, I feel really bad.
My main takeaway is that he seems like a genuine good guy who wants to heal. But if the cabal can get to him, I mean, who else can they get to? They prey on
Yeah.
the naive, the people who don't use their third eye.
Yeah, it was, I mean, his energy just felt so gentle, like just a surf bump, just somebody who just wants to live out of a van, or
Yeah,
something like that's his energy. And the way I could see him, the way he had it going in his head was like, I'm gonna make a little fame because yeah, that stokes the ego. But then also, yeah, he wanted to learn about himself because he actually is really curious. He's a very curious guy. Like he wants to learn about everything and everyone, religions, like different ways, energy, consciousness. Like that's up his alley. But yeah, it was, that was sad.
yeah. Well, seems like just to me, it seems like that contract was more lengthy than he thought. The contract he made with the cabal.
Yeah, I think yeah, like you said, he didn't quite understand all of that. Like that was something like, no way, that stuff doesn't happen. Like
Right.
no,
They got to him right before he woke up, so he
yeah,
couldn't, figure it out in time.
that's sad.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the journey he chose for this lifetime. We didn't get to talk to his higher self and see what the overall plan was, but it's all healing in the end.
yeah,
He's going to learn from this,
yeah.
and we can learn from it.
Hmm.
Like, stay vigilant, friends. Don't
Stay
forget to,
connected to your higher
yeah,
self.
don't forget to ground and connect
Yeah,
every day. Just quickly, if that's all you have time for. But I think that's going to do it. Remember, more
yeah,
comments in the comment section if you want to see more of these videos. Stay
yeah,
tuned for the walk-in chat coming out tomorrow.
yes. And if you have questions, let us know, and then hey, whatever pops up to answer those questions.
Well, yeah, how do we leave this on a high note? That was a bummer.
uh,
Dude, poor,
it's a
poor,
it's a beautiful sunny day.
poor Johnny Utah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It is. And he's going to learn from this, and we're going to learn from this, and he's going through it, so you don't have to. You can learn from it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end it there. Bye.
Bye.